Righto. So Jody, what we're doing, we're just lowering the table here with Joanne on it, and I'll show you how we set people up so that you get the best result with it, okay? So I'll bring these in, hopefully we can see the controls as I set them up. That looks about right there. Okay, so let's just say we're going to do a pelvic adjustment, and we're going to do we'll start with just a nice and level. So our control knob that we talked about is in the horizontal position. That means our drop for the pelvic section is going to go straight down, and obviously our lumbar drop's going to stay in that straight down position anyway. It doesn't move. So again, lift it up and just the table drops down. If you want to increase the tension of the pelvic section, you want to obviously tension that up here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. We can do again. So of course that's selecting both the lumbar and the pelvic drops. If you want to just the pelvic, obviously do the P, and the lumbar, just the L. Now I think the question you were asking was about whether we've got a dorsal and a lumbar drop that can become a problem. Now that might become a challenge when we're dealing with a really heavy person. So what I do with a really heavy person is sometimes we will tilt it. I'd either just select the dorsal drop and make sure the tension's as high as it can, but what you also can do to take a bit of the pressure off these sections full stop is to wind up the pelvic section, okay? So we wind out the pelvic section, that way it takes a lot of the load. So in this case we've got our dorsal drop selected, table's already cocked, and it's just going to be drop down like that, okay? So that's what we've done. So we've adjusted how the table manages the patient's weight. And it's a bit of an art form as you go through it. Now, if you're trying to do a pelvic move with somebody who's super heavy, what you can do there is you can tension the abdominal section up as much as you can, and then you can tension this one up. In fact, that's nearly infinite. You don't want to necessarily over tighten it though, because you can do damage to the drop mechanism, but you just tighten it up and you weigh it. And so by cranking this up, and somebody generally who's a bit heavy will also have a bit of a tummy on them, what you're doing there is evening out the distribution, the weight distribution for the table, so it can actually lift it up. Now I won't drop it on this table because Joanne doesn't weigh much, but that's the way we'd set it up. So somebody with a big tummy, someone with a big tummy, that should pretty much hold an elephant. And it does. Now just to recap, to change the direction of the drop so it falls from S to I, hold the switch up, and that's going to mean our drop is going to fall back towards the floor and down towards the feet, and we're doing the opposite. It's going to be from the feet towards the head. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. The other video should take care of the rest of the stuff. Alright, good luck with it, mate. Enjoy. Thanks again.